Hello, good morning. Good morning, guys. Happy new moon to y'all. Um Today I wanted to have a chat with y'all about spiritual warfare and just some things that y'all needed to know this morning. Um Spiritual warfare sucks. It does. It sucks. Hey Laverne, good morning. Um what sucks about it is that it's never just a one and done. It's not. Sometimes when people have it out for you, they'll just keep going and keep going and keep going. It just is what it is. And what I have been suggesting for people is to just kind of get used to being vigilant as far as doing your return to senders, doing your protection, and the self care and the wards for your home. That would be my suggestion. Okay. People typically, even though they may have petty reasons for doing the things that they're doing, a lot of times when people have a will to do you in, they don't typically give up easily. And I found that out, which is why I started to do pacts with spirits. Um, I don't exactly know why. It's just some people, um, when they feel compelled to lodge a spiritual war against you, the only thing that you can do is kind of deal with it. You know what I mean? Now, I will tell you that after a while, they will get weaker and they will get more tired. They'll get tired of it. Trust me. Especially if you guys have packs. The crazy part about it is that a lot of my clients that could really use packs are afraid of it. And so I just kind of allow them to sort of piggyback off of my packs. But it's probably something that you'll want to do. If you notice, if you notice people, it's just something very abnormal about the behavior of people. And I kind of believe that a lot of them are possessed. Okay. And it's very important for you to understand that a lot of times when things are going wrong, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all will get caught up in this chaos and this confusion to where you won't see anything. The only thing that you will see is the problems that are being created from somebody throwing black magic or curses or prayers against you. The good news about it is that you don't have to be all over the place. And um, I'm always really upfront with y'all when y'all contact me for consultations. I'm very upfront. I've got some of the toughest cases right now. Some of the toughest. Oh my God. I can't go into detail about it, but I can tell you that it comes from such a silly, silly place, but it is very real, you know? Like, for example, some of y'all have people that are just simply very jealous of you and or something real petty. And, they'll either be doing the work themselves against you, or either they'll go from person to person to person, trying to find somebody to destroy you. Ultimately, it's like, but why? Just they don't they don't have to have a reason. You know what I mean? So some of y'all, when it comes to especially when you have rivals, people in competition with you, um, it's rarely like a one and done. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got somebody that's very obsessed with you. There's certain things that you can do, definitely. You just have to stay on top of it. You have to stay on top of it. And after a while, that person they'll get tired, or either uh spirit will do something. I don't know why spirit. I don't even really think that spirit allows it to go on and on for too long. I think that it's important for you guys to connect and make those pacts. I had worked with Lilith for a while before I actually did a pact with her last year. I think it's been 4 months since I did my pact with Lilith. And kind of the way that Lilith works is that she will lead you to other spirits and make sure that she represents you with those spirits as well. So that's why I think it's really important to have Lilith as a foundation. And and she has came to me several times in the past 2 to 3 months and has said, go to this spirit, go to that spirit, go to this spirit, which makes sense. It does. Okay. um you're not necessarily experiencing the spiritual warfare that you're experiencing because of witchcraft. A lot of people like to try to blame the actual craft. No, it's this person that chooses to try to use it against you. So it's not the fault of witchcraft. It's not because witchcraft exists. And being a religious person doesn't stop that. It doesn't. I I wish that it did, you know? So my suggestion for some of you guys that are dealing with situations, because if I mean, there's a few things that we do. We freeze them out, we burn them out, we wash them out, You know what I'm saying? Like, it's several things that need to be done when a person is like literally super duper focused on you. For some reason, it's weird. And a lot of people have that going on. And it's not just by one person, it can be several people. But I think that people should keep in mind and bear in mind that even while dealing with that, you still have to focus on you, like the self care stuff, like as far as like the planetary stuff that I've been talking to you guys about. That's what makes it suck, because you got these people that are external to you that for some odd reason, very childish, stupid reason, they have it out for you. In the meantime, you got to deal with your job, you got to deal with your bills, you got to deal with your kids if you have them, and you have to focus on healing, which is a lot. Okay, which is why it would be good if people would just deal with themselves, but they don't. They typically either attack others or they want to take away from others. Now, I believe that taken away thing, I think that it has a lot to do with their retrogrades. The good news is that Venus is not going to go in retrograde at all this year, which is going to help people out a lot. I kind of go into detail about this on the Witch's Broom channel. I actually uploaded a video. So, my suggestion is a good protection pack, a good protection working with stones and herbs that are pretty much dedicated to that spirit. But then at the same time, it's not going to hurt to light a candle at the new moon, or light up your reversals for whoever. It doesn't even have to be personalized. I would just put any and all enemies that is sending me bad energy. I wouldn't even personalize it. You really don't have to. Just anything coming at me that's gonna harm me, my family, I send it back. Especially if somebody just started some crap with you. You know what I'm saying? Because that does matter when it comes to the world of magic and witchcraft. It does matter. If somebody decided to just randomly conjure some bad energy, either they got it from their self or from someone else, and they're sending it to you, you have every right to send that energy back. You do. The past couple of years, I've been noticing that people have been trying to use that energy, and they've been finding out that you can't. You can't use that spirit. That energy and spirit that's meant to destroy your life, and people are doing things for petty reasons. Oh, I want to look like I have more than that person, which is stupid. But people do it. I don't know why. Most normal people wake up in the morning and they're focused on their own lives. They're not focused on what someone else has. But what I can guarantee you is that whether or not they took spiritual action or either some kind of mundane action, they are going to get that back. For example, people that I've been seeing this a lot, and I said that people like that are just damned. People that try to purposely make you lose your job or get you fired from your job. And you haven't done anything to them. Right? That's a big one. I don't know why people don't think about that. Somebody arguing with another person, or if somebody disagrees with you, or even if you get into a heated discussion, you still haven't done anything to that person. They feel that because you argued with them, they have the right to make you lose your job. No, they don't. What's your job got to do with their problem with you? It would be different if you were actually doing bad things on your job or even using your job to do harm to them. That's different. Like if it's a politician or a lawyer or a doctor or a judge or something that did something and they had to be reported, that's different. But like your friends or your frenemies that they mad at you because you argued with them, and the next thing you know they trying to take out your job, you stick to your guns and they're going to eventually learn that lesson. They going to have to lose their job. They going to have to lose their money for doing that to you, because having an argument with somebody doesn't mean that you have to be faced with homelessness and no lights, gas, or water. What the hell? Nobody has the right to do that. Adults, they fight sometimes. They disagree. Does the person actually have the right, unless that person is trying to ruin your reputation? And you got people doing that randomly too, just stupidly. But does that, but now at that point you can send back that karma. Okay, you tried to ruin my reputation. I send all that back to you. Whatever negative repercussions from you slandering me are coming back to you, right? They're going back to you. Unless that person makes good on it on some level. But for a person to say, "Oh, oh, I am God and Queen of the world, and this person disagreed with me. Oh, I want them to lose their job. I want them to lose their house. I want to lose their car. I want them to die." What the spirit be looking at them like, really? But sometimes it be working. So, you have to defend yourself. I'd say that defensive magic is good. I'd say that if somebody cursed you or crossed you and they are just hell bent, then do the initial reversal. You'll see life will get better. But follow up, because they're going to hear through the grapevine. They probably even stalking you or watching you. They're going to say, "Oh, I see this person reverse that condition. Let me send it again." The first 3 months is pure war. You don't just do one reversal candle. And you need more than just a reversal candle initially. But you don't just do that and say, "Up, it's over, boop." No, that's not the way that it works, because people will know, especially if they're psychic and they'll be remote viewing you, and they'll be like, "Oh, I can see this person is doing better. Let me send it again. Let me try something else. Okay, let me go at this angle. Let me go at that angle." So that's why when y'all come to me, I'll look at the cards. I'll say, "Well, and take," and then based on what y'all tell me, you got a spiritual war going on. The moment you kind of lay down, that's when you start to lose, when you start to give up, when you start to just let that person bully you. And this is not just witchcraft. There's people that are thumping Bibles at other Christians. I don't know why people act like this is just something that, oh, well, it's that witchcraft. No, there are so many curses of destruction in the Bible by itself. So, it's not just witchcraft. So, and you got to bind their throat. You got to bind their third eye. And binding somebody it doesn't just happen overnight. And you can't be tired of it. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm tired of it." I know I wouldn't. It doesn't make me feel any type of way that people are wishing bad on me. I just do my work and keep it moving. You can't let that freak you out. It's a lot of evil people. It's a lot of zombies. They're just like vehicles. They just go and go and go. And it seemed like they never stop. But you can keep that energy from causing destruction in your life. That's all I can say. Um, I think after a while they do get tired. And then also I believe in those packs. Some of y'all are literally being bullied and pursued and stalked by the church. you know, these wolves in sheep's clothing. And what do you do when the very same people that claim to be good and are protecting you are leaving you out in the cold, essentially? That's one of the reasons why we do the pacts. And then a lot of people will say, well, God, why have you forsaken me? What do you think? What do you think? So, it's a very personal thing. I will tell you the spiritual problems that people have. And is it a coincidence that when the work is done and it's reversed, or you have a reversal going, is it a coincidence that things get better? Is it a coincidence that when you do a money unblocker that your money actually unblocks? No, it's not. It's not, you know? So, and it's not, I don't think there's any witch or practitioner that doesn't have that one, two, three, four, or five crazy ass people that just keeps trying and trying over and over again. Sometimes they'll take a break, they'll come right back. An evil, stupid person can be half dead and sick in the hospital because of what they did to you. And they will get right back out as soon as they're better and continue with the same behavior. I don't know why. I don't know why people don't choose to live in peace. And it's the chaos that's wearing you out. That confusion, being bombarded with all of that energy that should be getting blocked, but it's not being blocked. It's being sent straight to you. Now, I will tell you that Hecate, she will bind people that are doing frivolous stuff. But she can bind somebody and they'll go and find somebody else and tell them a story to attack you. See that happening all the time. Oh, this person did this and did that and did this and did that. And they be lying through their teeth, but people will fall for it. And then the next thing you know, that person's throwing something at you. So, it's kind of like one of those things to where it's best to at least have basic knowledge, if not advanced knowledge of witchcraft, you know? And like I said, they've been getting away with them sacrifices. I talked about that yesterday. And they can't do that no more. 'Cause I feel like the universe is crying. Like, oh my God, it's too much. It's like if you look at the planet Earth from outer space, it's like a big SOS sign on the Earth. It is. It's a big SOS sign. Please help us. Even the people that have the clarity, people like me, that's just like, hey, why don't you just be peaceful? Okay, I see you got bad energy on you. Banish it into somewhere where it can't get to you. Why are you attacking others? There's so many confused people walking around here that make bad decisions, and sometimes it's random. People will attack you just for being on Facebook. You get all kind of psychic attacks and negative energy. When you see people with these big houses and all that stuff on Facebook, and you be thinking, hey, I want to do the same thing. Man, I believe those people have protection. Protection and like family backing. They not just out there just like, hey, look at what I got. Hey, I'm a millionaire. Hey, they now. And the moment you can be a first time home buyer. One of my friends from Lawrence passed away. And that was really sad to hear that. She had just bought a new home with her husband and had two small boys. That was just really sad. Very young. I don't even think she was 30. I hadn't spoke to her in years, but I don't even think she was 30 years old. I said, wow. When I saw that, because I was gonna go and add her as a friend and catch up with her, and I looked and I said, remembering, I said, what? Mm-hmm. So, and I'm not gonna discuss what I even think happened. Not gonna go there. But I've been mentioning the satanic protection. Yeah, you're gonna need that. Them churches and stuff, they take sacrifices too. Apparently, the blood of Jesus ain't enough. I don't know. So and I get attacked just for coming on here and telling y'all that. Like somebody's trying to attack me right now. It's kind of ridiculous. It's like, chill it, calm down. That satanic protection is not no joke. It ain't. Don't even give yourself a bad day today, boo, by throwing a hissy fit. Maybe having a hissy fit. Because bad people, they don't want good people like me helping people. They don't. I was talking about that like an hour ago with somebody. I was sitting there crying. I said, oh my God. When I think about little children being targeted, what was crazy, y'all know that live that I did the other day about people that attack and curse children? I think it only got 4 or 5 upvotes. People love attacking children. I can't why. What the fuck is wrong with people? So only a few of y'all felt what I was saying. Like, really? And then people really don't know who it is that have an invested interest on attacking children. It's crazy. Like, what the fuck? Why do they want to suffer the little? They want to suffer the little children. I still don't. I don't. This is one thing to where I have sat here and I have cried. I've been crying for 20 years because of that. And last year, I said, I don't, you know what? Fuck this. I don't live in a reality where people revel in the fucking suffering of the innocent. I don't live in that world. I refuse to live in that reality. But the reality is that we have to see it every goddamn day. I don't like it. Cause little kids are innocent, man. Little kids are innocent. They just, and you know what? I don't know why it makes me think about Whitney Houston and that song, I believe the children are our future, and the way that they died, the way that she died, the way that they murdered her. That makes me sad because, you know, that was really iconic. But I think that it's some people, they go into this darkness and it don't have nothing to do with Satanism. It's just it's something else to where they don't feel that there's no future, and that's just really sad. That's just that's really sad. And they will go out into the world and create hell. You know, is it a coincidence that somebody that made such an iconic song was murdered in that way? Like, what's going on here? So I don't know, y'all. But anyway, happy new moon. I think a lot of people get caught up in the sheer emotion of it all. And when you're faced with that kind of evil, it kind of makes you want to give up. You know, when evil is staring you right in your face, and you're like, why? But why are you doing this to me? And it still does it, and you don't understand it, and you feel alone, you feel abandoned. I don't want y'all to feel that way. I want people that understand me to know that you do have options. You don't have to live that way. And you have to understand and learn the metaphysics and the alchemy of what makes our world And then earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. That's a good place to start. I have people that will light a candle and they're still scared and confused, even though they're dealing with the element of fire. That's fire. That's one of the strongest elements besides water. That's fire. So this is a transformative energy. And I think that that's why it's important to take the journey, especially the left hand path, because it teaches you to connect to that fire. But people take fire for granted. People think, and it's probably because we got lighters. We just flick a lighter and have fire, right? But it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that, right? Just because we can go and buy crystals from a crystal shop, don't lose sight of the power of those crystals. People take it for granted because it's so easily accessible, right? So, you know, and a lot of people, I sense a lot of mothers out there afraid for their children. And I promise you that your children are going to be safe. I know it's scary looking at people. It's like it's like, did evil take over? And no, it didn't. It just wants to scare you, right? It does, but it's very real. Some of the stuff that evil people can do, it's very real. So, um, and you shouldn't be doing anything without having faith in it. So even if you just pray, you still need to have faith in it. And then also a lot of people, I think that that's how they getting over, is that they always talking about the witches. Oh, some witch did something evil to me. That ain't just no witch. It's a lot of evil out there, and it's yeah. So this year, so that we can have more security and to actually heal, we are going to be focusing on the self-care aspect of it, is going to be those retrograded planets. The more and the more that I say the word retrograde, it makes me really, really connect and tap in to what my spirits have been teaching me the past few weeks, past few months. Retrograde means almost pulled back or not there, lack thereof. That's what it means. And yeah, it's an opportunity to make things better. But then every time Mercury goes into retrograde, it's like, woo, 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 what's happening here? You know, which is very, very connected to the past, or either and or past life experiences, the negative and the positive. But these other retrograded planets are affecting us also. So that's going to be a part of like the awakening and the discovery. You know, is it a coincidence that the chart readings that I've been doing, most people who are sick all the time, whose chart I read, they just sick all the time, their Chiron was in retrograde when they were born. Now, that planet wasn't discovered until 1977. And clearly, just like we need the sun and the moon, clearly we need those planets too, even though they're further away from us. So that's how I look. That's my logic on that. Is it a coincidence that people that were born with Jupiter in retrograde have a lot of bad luck and homelessness? No, it's not. If your Jupiter was in retrograde, even if you were born a Sagittarius, which is Sagittarius's ruling planet, still have issues with homelessness, even if you were born under that sun sign. So, that's just what that is. But I'd say that keeping it very organized. If you have somebody that's throwing something at you every single day, you don't necessarily have to have a candle burning every single day. I mean, you can if it makes you feel better. But I would say have something that catches that all month long. Let it build, let it build, let it build. And then send it back to them. Like, seriously, either at the new or the full moon. That's what I say to do. Send it all back to them. Okay. And they do get it back. Just depends on their situation. But they do get it back. It's not your responsibility to take on somebody else's confusion and bad energy, you know? So that's just what that is. I hope y'all have a happy new moon and everything. I will see y'all later. Okay. But quit thinking that stuff is going to be one and done, because somebody that says, oh, look at that person over there, that person looks nice. Hey, let me just thrust everything at you. Yeah. You're my scapegoat. You're my human decoy. Hey. And you be looking like, what? And so you throw it back at them. It's like, well, what is this? That, oh, no, 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 no. This doesn't belong to me. What the hell is that? And you send it back. They trying to send it back to you. So it's rarely a one and done thing. I wish we could light up black candles and those people just die. But in reality, even if they have a physical death, there's still going to be a spirit. But spirits are easier to deal with than a person. Okay, because spirits can easily be trapped. A person that's here in the physical is different. So yeah, you're to me, in my humble opinion, your physical body makes up your strength, because the spirit is a spirit. Some spirits are stronger than others, but because they just constantly just lottie dottie da just all day. They don't have nothing, and they will try to keep you in turmoil for years. And it's like, well, what does this person don't have nothing else better to do? Or it's Are they ever going to have any kind of enlightenment or something? Like, what the hell? Goodness gracious. So it just is what it is, guys. You know. And so what I started doing with my clients is the initial reversal. That's full price, but then monthly we can do a vigil. And I have like several warm waters for different clients. I'll have my bowls to where I'll be collecting and trapping that negative energy for y'all. Y'all, I'll be like, what the fuck? Like, literally overnight, it'll just turn into mold. Overnight, I'll have a bowl for y'all, like with a few herbs in it to catch that negative energy so that I can send it back. And by the next day, that shit have mold in it. 24 hours later. That's some pretty bad energy that somebody or either several people are sending to you. And so I'll put it in a jar and reserve it and trap all that stuff. And then, because it'll start in a bowl of water with a candle. Typically, it's a 7-day candle. Sometimes I'll use a taper. And that water will catch all of that, you know, anything that's coming in through that person. That water and that herb is going to catch it. It's going to catch it. Absolutely. And then I send it back. So I'm sending it back as I'm catching it. And I'll reserve it, put a label on it. That's your war water. Shit, this you done sent this crap to me. And you want to put broken glass and rusted nails and damn broken mirror pieces in it or something. Shit, what in the world? So, that I just be like, wow, So it's important for y'all to have those water bowls. I don't suggest doing any kind of reversal without having water underneath it. And right now, you better have them water wards set up too. I got one by my fireplace. I think I put nothing but green herbs in it, and it's literally been sitting there since I recorded a video. That was the day. I think that was the day that I did that water bowl, water trap, to trap stuff that's being sent to my family and to my house. And it still don't have no mold, and I gotta go check it because that crap ain't coming in my house. I reveal, if anything negative comes into my house, it gets trapped in that water. My spirit just lead it right on into that water. And it's crazy. I just don't get it. Another good thing for trapping bad spirits is chia seeds and water. So that's going to be my next ward. Them chia seeds are really good for catching bad energy. So, and it works. It does. It works. And, I don't know. I can't believe in bad people. I don't believe in in frivolous people. I don't believe in people like that. I don't. Just some frivolous shit like when I see people doing silly stupid stuff, just for the hell of it, or like I don't believe in that. I believe it's serious business, you know what I'm saying? I believe in serious business. I don't believe in playing around with magic. I don't believe in it. Just for the hell of it. You know. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this new moon discussion. Hit that thumbs up. Okay, shout out to the gods and the goddesses out there. And but we really got to put a stop to all these people that's trying to attack people's children. Uh-uh. That right there is pretty freaking disturbing to me. That just shows that people have no honor. Oh my god. If I was very rich, if I were a very rich person, I would literally have safe houses throughout the world. Just I've been avoiding Instagram because I don't want to see no more images of little children being blown up. I can't. I can't. And people will say, well, even when people try to explain it to me, my spirit doesn't understand it. And I've been like that. I've been like that, and in fact, when I was younger, before I actually, you know, got my broomstick, it was really disturbing for me. I would literally have panic attacks that would send me to the hospital because I don't like it when people suffer the little children. I just please, I don't, and I guess I don't fit in with a lot of people because some people, they just don't care. And it does make me feel different and set apart because some people are just like, they just don't care about. And of course, I love and care about my children. They're my first priority. But, when it comes to looking at this world, like, y'all don't know how many times I've been up all night crying and crying and crying my eyes out and calling to the angels and saying, please stop this. Please stop this. What these people are doing. Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? It's a real struggle for me. And it has broken me before. It's broken me. I've been broken because of that before. I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with Saint Gabriel or something. One of those angels that protects little kids. It just really, really bothers me. It really does. I have a hard time dealing with that. What I Okay, guys, I need to take a nap. I haven't been up all night. I actually woke up at the witching hour. So I gotta go downstairs and check on that ward though. I got work to do. I'm gonna go. Sometimes when I wake up at the witching hour, I just go ahead and stay up, you know. So, cause I had went to sleep. Probably what time I go sleep yesterday? Like 6 or 7, and I woke up at like 1 or 2 o'clock this morning. I think so. I'm just gonna go on and stay up. But anyway, all right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Okay. Blessings to y'all. Bye bye.